Get ready to swing your way through the thrills of tag team excitement, as Chao in 2019 is on the air for Week 10's action live from Charleston in South Carolina. And here's the man that'll help everyone get the swing fever in their mind, your host, Brandon Shadings. Hello, Charleston! Carolina Fever's on the air and we're ready for some Chao racing fun. It's tag team up time and we know it. And how do you best hope? Well, like we promised for Week 10's action, we'll have our tag team races for you this week. The fans at Charleston, South Carolina are on their feet giving a standing ovation to all of our superstars here this afternoon. So Paul, let's get things started with race number 1 of Week 10. Alright, let's get things underway. Our first race will feature the Miller Traders, Howard and Dave Miller, against ChaoEmperor and Alex Moccasin. These two teams struggled to get wins in their first 2 months, but I guarantee for one of those teams that they will earn a victory for sure this month. And let's see who will get that chance to become a winning team for a change. As usual, our races will be held on the Emerald course, and there's a look at the lineup for this first race of the week. Let's hope for the very best for all 24 teams today. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, let's see how Week 10 will feel for our superstars and teams. And number 2 is going to rest, so he will be left behind in the crowd. The first 2 teams are making their way towards the main path, and now they're approaching the palm trees. They're going to be bringing down that coconut-shaped fruit from the ground. There they are, the coconuts are they're shaking the fruits like crazy. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And there goes Charlie Frayton. He is going to have commandingly up in the front. As his partner, Alex Moccasin, wins the first speedruns of Week 10 here in Charleston, South Carolina today. He is going to be flying towards the one to come one. And right now, number 2 and number 8 are getting left behind in the competition. They're battling for dear life all the way in the back. And right now, number 2 is heading for the water, as he will have speedruns number 2 in this race, catching up to Alex Moccasin over at the water. Alex and number 2 are making their way towards the outside, and Alex Moccasin is scored rest, and Charlie Frayton transformed 1. As the next speedruns we made by number 8, and there we go, sliding around a little bit, and it looks like Charlie Frayton scored rest, and so is Dave Miller. Number 2 will have command on the lead. Alex Moccasin will have control of the next back standing with 2nd place, as Howard Miller, who desperately needs to catch up as we pass the 1 minute mark, takes the next command. Yes, right now number 1 pauses for a moment, and Howard Miller is first, so he will drop down back to last place at the curve one. And who will get the next command speeders? It's Dave Miller on the Miller Traders, catching up to Charlie Frayton for 3rd place. Right now, number 2 is currently leading over Alex Moccasin with a little bit of room to rumble ahead of the pack. Number 2 making its way through the sapphire portion of the Emerald course currently. And it's our current leader, Alex Moccasin, with 2nd place, who have the next command speeders. Meanwhile, Howard Miller is getting left behind on the competition. He has speeders, but now he's getting left behind for the 2nd time in this race. But it's number 1, who also really needs help, takes the next command speeders, now battling with number 7 for 6th place. Alex Moccasin trying to defend the next back standing with 2nd place ahead of Dave Miller, as he and Charlie Frayton join him on the top of the wall, and number 2 is Lewis. Now he's Alex Moccasin, and Dave Miller will be battling for the lead, and Charlie Frayton with the next speeders will join these 2 Chao for dear life. And right now, Howard Miller is still way behind in the competition all the way in the back. And it looks like number 7 is Lewis, as Dave Miller will get another turn. That makes his 2nd speed boost of the race. But it looks like Alex Moccasin is going to hold on for the victory, with Charlie Frayton easing in at 2nd place. Charlie knows we're going to win this one, as Howard Miller takes his 2nd speed boost. Down went off for Alex Moccasin, leading Charlie Frayton over the Miller Traders. And right now, number 1 and number 7 are both getting left behind, battling for D-Line. I do believe one of them should get out before the race is over, and number 1 will get that chance. So, Charlie and Alex are first winners of week 10. That's right, they deserve to be winners for once, and we'll have race number 2 momentarily. Right now, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Alright, Paul, moving right along to race number 2. Right, Mount Dennis and Peter Falls will be battling with Anna Wilson and Mama Sanderson for this race. This will also decide which team will get the first victory of the season. After being 0-2 in the first 2 races, who will get a chance to become a winner in the third month? There's only one way to find out. Best luck to the next 2 teams on the quest for victory, and let's rock this place! Okay, here we go. Number 7 is going to rest, so he'll be left behind in the crowd for a while. The 2 teams are making their way towards the palm trees. That will be the cue to shake the palm trees and to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit, which is coming out on the ground right now. And I'm going to eat the fruit. And there goes the competition, busting down the line. A couple of Super Chao are going to rest, and another Super Chao is possible for one. And right now, Mama Sanderson is going to rest, so he will drop down a couple of places. And right now, number 8 is going to rest as well, as the first superstar against Beatbus is Marvin Sanderson, who is heading for the water after he took a nap. Right now, number 2 took a nap, so he'll be left behind, but he is better to take the wall, trying to maintain some ground in the early run. Number 2 trying to make a comeback after being left behind taking a nap, as the computer wizard, Peter Falls, takes BS number 2 of this race. He is going to catch on Charlie and Anna Wilson up in the front. Number 7 is getting left behind all the way in the back. As number 1, who is also left behind, takes the next command because he is currently battling with number 8 for 6th place. And right now we have passed the 1 minute mark. Currently it is Anna Wilson who is leading over Peter Falls, heading into the Sapphire portion of the Emerald course. Let's find out who will get the next command speeders. And now next speeders will be made by number 8, who is battling with number 1 for 6th place, and number 2 Toss for more. So he will drop down a place. Number 8 will now have command of the lead on the 4th Super Chao in the back. And who's going to get the next command? It is going to be none other than Peter Falls, making his 2nd speed boost in the race. He is currently trying to battle out with Anna Wilson up in the front. Which team will prevail on the whole stretch? We'll find out soon enough. Next BS belongs to number 7. Now he really needs help, and he got it. Now he's trying his best to lead number 1 in the dust and battling with number 2 and 8 for the life. And now Mama Sanderson will get another turn. That makes his 2nd speed boost in the race. His partner Andrew is off and running at the home stretch, trying to defend the lead over Peter Falls, and looks like Anna Wilson's going to have a little bit more room to head up Peter Falls. Peter Falls will look to fight. And Mama Sanderson's going to make bounce with Peter Falls for 2nd place. So, as number 1 takes the next speed boost, Andrew and Marvin are going to get the first win of the season. Andrew Wilson and Marvin Sanderson are our winners. That means Marvin Sanderson will get his first win of his Chao racing career. And Wilson now has 2 wins in a row. That's pretty interesting. Well, anyway, number 8 will get another turn, making his 2nd speed boost of the race. And I think that is going to do it. Yep, numbers 1 and 7 are getting left behind in the competition. This race is over, folks. So, Andrew and Marvin are victorious for this month. That's right, who is going to prevail next month? We'll find out soon enough. Back for more exciting action after these messages. Now we move on to race number 3, and it will feature the Classic Go-Getters, Antonio Bennett and Chris Schneider versus Jimmy Wales and Larry Monroe. The Classic Go-Getters are still looking for their first win of the season, while Jimmy and Larry look to go 3-0 in their debut season this week. Let's find out who will get a chance to become a winner. Everyone is on the clock, and good luck to these next two teams. Please start the race. Okay, who is gonna prevail this time? We'll find out soon enough, as these two teams make their way towards the palm trees. They're gonna bring down that coconut shaped fruit, and it looks like Antonio Bennett pauses for a moment, trying to get some attention here. The other three Chao are gonna eat the fruit, and it looks like Jimmy Wales is gonna have the upper hand for his team. The other two Chao are dancing to the beat. And look at that, Antonio Bennett is going last. So Jimmy will really have full control of this match for the moment. And who will get the winning toss for this race? It's number 8. After going west, he now has command of the lead on the 4-7 Chao. Number 8 will now have to push to defend the lead over the 4-7 Chao over at the bridges. Numbers 1, 2, and 7 are battling for 2 right behind number 8. They're all trying their best to catch up with number 8. But number 8 opens this one up with back-to-back spears. And look at this. He's going to be flying over the bridges. And now he's going to dominate over the 4-7 Chao thanks to back-to-back spears. And right now, Chris Schneider is battling with Jimmy Wales up in the very front as they make their way towards the side portion of the force. We're approaching the 1 minute mark at this race as the next PS win made by the next generation superstar Antonio Bennett of the Classic Go-Getters. He is catching up to his partner Chris Schneider and Jimmy Wales. Right now, point number 7 is getting left behind all the way and back. Number 1 seems like he also really needs help. Which one is going to get that chance to stay alive in the game? It's number 7. He gets the next command spears. Meanwhile, Chris Schneider is doing his best to defend the lead over Jimmy Wales, with Antonio Bennett right on his tail, chewing on Chris Schneider with authority. Let's find out who will get in the next command spears, and that next spears we made by Jimmy Wales, and down it goes for the count. And right now, number 2, 1, and 7 are still battling for D-Life, and down they go for the count. I don't think they're going to get spears time. Number 1 toss from 1, and Antonio Bennett gets another turn. That makes his second speed burst of the race, and now his team has a commanding lead over Larry Marlowe. He and Chris Schneider are making their way towards the home stretch. I do believe they're going to be a winner for once this week. Yeah, as Jimmy Wales will get the next command spears, but there's always the rest of the season. Antonio Bennett is going to lead Chris Schneider and the Classic Go-Getters to the first win of the 2019 season. As Graham will take the speed buzz, Antonio Bennett, Chris Schneider win this one for the Classic Go-Getters. As number 1 has no hope for surviving whatsoever. So Antonio Bennett, Chris Schneider, the Classic Go-Getters are on the board. That's right, now they deserve a win for once, and we'll know who wins in the next race after we know a little bit from this. Alright, Paul, 3 races are in the books. Tell us who we have for race number 4. Race number 4, we have last season's runners-up, Alvin Jr. and Chris Knuckles. They'll be taking on Joe Rafferty and the great Louis Charleston. Alvin Jr. and Chris Knuckles sealed the victory in last month's tag team format for the month of March. Will this team go 2 in a row for the month of April this month? There's only one way to find out. Please start the race! Here we go. And these two Chao are anticipating the arrival of all of the spirit sword of all the might. Which team will earn the victory for this race? There's only one way to find out. These 4 superstars are going to shake the palm trees to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And there they go, busting down the line with Joe Rafferty currently leading at the current moment. And it looks like Chris Knuckles will win the only toss for this race. Joe Rafferty and Louis Charleston are heading for the water. Louis Charleston will get a lot of ground in the only one. He is going to have control of this match. And who will have control of speed burst number 2? It is going to be number 2 who gets it, who is way behind in the competition over at the bridges. Right now, Alvin Jr. is trying his best to stay alive in the game, and Joe Rafferty is last. So Chris Knuckles will have the privilege to battle Joe Rafferty for 2nd place at the cup moment. As the next speed burst will be made by number 7. who is battling with number 8 after that speed bus. So far in the lead is the Great Lewis Charleston. As we approach the 1 minute mark of this race, Lewis is making its way towards the sapphire portion of the Emerald course. Let's find out who will get the next command speed bus. And that next speed bus we may find number 8, who was pausing for a moment, now trying to catch up to number 7. Meanwhile, Joe Ralphie is sitting in an easy second place. Alvin Jr. doing his best to catch up to Joe Ralphie in the battle for second place. As number 7 gets his second speed bus of the race, he now leads over the force with Chao. Poor number 1 is getting left behind in the competition, and down goes number 2. They're both left behind in the competition, but it's Chris Manacos who will get another turn. That makes his second speed bus of the race, and Alvin Jr. is scoreless. And so is Lewis Charleston up in the front. But will still have a commanding lead with Joe Ralphie in the front. Joe Ralphie will now have command lead over his partner Lewis Charleston, as Lewis Charleston will get the next command speed bus. His team is currently dominating over Chris Manacos, who is in third place in Cameron. Oh, Chris Manacos better hurry up if they want to make a real statement in the early run. We'll soon know if it will happen or not. As the next speed bus we may buy, number 7, making his third speed bus of the race. Yep, looks like Lewis Charleston is going to lead Joe Ralphie towards the victory this month. Lewis Charleston lifts Joe Ralphie for the victory over Alvin Jr. and Chris Manacos. Joe Ralphie will join him in second place as Alvin Jr. Savage the Laws takes the next command speed bus, and that is going to do it. Number 2 can just forget about this race. Alright, so Joe Ralphie and Lewis Charleston won from this moment. Right, how will the rest of the season fail for this team? The answer is still to come. Lots more fun in Charleston after these announcements. Alright, Paul, tell us what do we have next? Race number 5 will feature Raymond Hill and Michael Creighton, who are last season's third place finalists. They'll be taking on Joshua Samoy and Zach Arson. Good job by Raymond and Michael on winning these past 2 tag team races. Let's hope they'll make it 3-0 this month. The players will wind up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock. And please start the race! Alright, so Raymond and Michael are going to look for 3-0, while Joshua and Zach try desperately to get a win on the board for the season. Which team will come on top? Only time will tell. Right now, these 4 Chao to cheek the palm trees to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And Joshua Samoy is going to have coming on the lead, and look at that! His team is going to have the upper hand over the 4 Chao. Joshua Samoy is going to lead the competition in the dust. For the moment, number 7 going dominating in second place. At Zach Arson, Joshua's partner, wins the early toss. He and Raymond are both heading for the water. And so is number 1, who is trying desperately to get back in this one. And number 7 is the rest. As Joshua Samoy takes PBS number 2, but look over the horizon. It's our defending world champion Raymond Hill, who took a shortcut again. Now his team will have command of the lead thanks to a shortcut. And let's find out who will get the next command PBS. Who is going to get that next chance to get PBS to get back in this one? It's going to be Raven's partner, Michael Creighton. And he's trying his best to battle with number 7 for 5th place. Right now, as we pass the 1 minute mark, number 8 seems like he's getting left behind in the competition. Number 2 is also left behind, but back to Michael Creighton we go. He's chewing on Raymond Hill up in the front by Wilson with this camera view. Yep, Raymond Hill is making his way towards the wall, and he's coming up with all his authority. Who got the next command PBS? It's Zach Arson, trying his best to catch up to his partner Joshua Samoy for 2nd place. And it looks like poor number 8 is getting left behind, and down goes number 2 for the count. He and number 7 and 8 are all getting left behind on the competition. And number 1 pauses for 1 as he will have the next command PBS. He currently leads on the 4th to Chao for a moment. Back of it front, Raymond Hill still has a huge lead over Joshua Samoy. He is safely approaching home stretch with no opponents to worry about. His team is going to improve to 3-0 this season. Next PBS belongs to Zach Olsen now makes his second speed bus to the race. Raymond Hill is making his way towards the finish line at the goal gate. And he and Michael Clayton are our winners. As the next appearance was made by number 8, who is number 2 in the dust. Raymond secures a landslide victory over Joshua Salmon and Zach Olsen. That was pure domination by Raymond Hill in the Cumberland. And now number 7 will get the next command. Yes, he leads on the 4th to a shout out. And right now number 2 is battling with Michael Clayton at number 8 for July. As he will get some help. And that will be enough to make the pass from both competitors for 6th place. Raymond and Mike are now at 3-0. And Raymond has won 9 out of 10 races so far this season. What will happen in the next tag team race? We'll find out next time. As number 2, who beats on number 8 and Michael Clayton for 6th place, is better to close this one out with back-to-back speeders. Yep, Michael Clayton has shield on Raymond Hill, and it worked. Coming up, we got more exciting action for you, but first time we'll look at this. Alright, Paul, one more race, and then we'll have our halftime break for our entertainment pleasure. That's right, to close out the first half of Week 10's action, we have the Gangnam Style and Hard Chain Masters, Garrett Dayton and Ethan Kingsley. They'll be taking on the Steel Curtain Aaron Miller and the Sheriff Outlaw Eric Crosby. Congratulations to Aaron and Eric for going 2 in a row last month. What is store for this month? We'll find out sooner. There's Logan lined up for his next race. So let's head down to the field to present another exciting race. Throughout to these next 2 teams on a quest for victory, and let's rock this place! Alright, and like we always say here on Chao Racing, anything can happen in the Chao Racing universe. The #1 model that helps keep the ratings so high. Right now the 2 teams are going to shake the palm trees to bring down that coconut shaped fruit as they touch the ground heading into the palm trees. And now the 4 Chao are going to eat the fruit, and the Steel Curtain Aaron Miller is going to be battling with Ethan Kingsley up in the front. The other 2 Chao right on their tail, battling for dear life. And it looks like Ethan and Garrett are heading for the water. As the first superstar against Beefus is number 1, who desperately needs to catch up memory now and then. And I think number 8 is Russ. Yep, so he will drop down to last place. Aaron is battling with his partner Eric Crosby over at the bridges at the Cumberland. As number 7 takes speed, as number 2 in this race, Garrett Dayton Squares, and now number 7 Squares. Well, number 7 will still have a dominating effort over the 4 Silver Chao up in the front. The other 3 Silver Chao throwing the best to stay alive in the game, and number 1 passes for 1. As the next speed is made by the Steel Curtain Aaron Miller. Oh, he's trying to fall, he's trying desperately not to fall on the cliff. Good job hanging on, Aaron. And right now, yeah, they just trying to get tailgated by the Sheriff Outlaw Eric Crosby. We have passed the 1 minute mark in this race. Let's find out who will get the next command speed bus. And that next speed bus will be made by number 8, who is battling with number 2 for 6th place at the Cumberland. Now it's a good speed bus right now. Right now, guess who's getting left behind in the competition from number 2 and 8? It's number 1 and 2. I think number 1 should get speed bus every now and then for sure this time. But guess who really got the speed bus? It's our current leader, the Golden Star Master Garrett Dayton, trying his best to defend the lead over Eric Crosby and his partner Ethan Kingsley. What's gonna happen? We'll find out soon enough. Next BS belongs to number 2. He leaves numbers 1 and 8 in us. Down goes number 1, and number 8 stops to pause. Numbers 1 and 8 are going to be climbing up the wall, battling for dear life on the way in the back. And who will get the next command? It's back to the Steel Curtain, Aaron Miller. That makes his 2nd speed bus of the race. But I think FN is going to lead Garrett Dayton towards an easy victory over Aaron and Eric. Yep. I wonder which jazz we're going to perform, the Golden Star or the Harlem Shake. We're about to find out right now. As number 2 takes his 2nd speed bus race, according to my calculations, it looks like we're going to be doing the Harlem Shake today. After Kingsley leads Garrett Dayton for the victory over Aaron Miller and Eric Crosby. We're doing the Harlem Shake for this round. Yep, they decided to do Harlem Shake because FN came in 1st place. So let's find out how they will fare for the rest of the season next month. And we'll present the second half of Week 10's action here in Charleston, South Carolina, after we present a word from this. And welcome back to Charleston, South Carolina. We've seen lots of excitement so far for Week 10's action in this tag team format. Let's keep it up for the second half of our show. Paul, who do we have for race number 7? For race number 7, we have the Go-Go's 2.0 squad, Ricky Nelson and Rusty Instant Replay Jackington, against the 2017 Rising Stars champion Shane Cunningham and Norman Finer. The Go-Go's 2.0 made 2 wins in a row last month. Will they make it 3 months in a row, or will Shane and Norman be able to stop the streak? There's only one way to find out. Best of luck to these next 2 teams on the quest for victory. Please start the race! Alright, the next 2 teams are off and running as we continue Week 10's action in Charleston. And number 2 is quarterbacks. That means they'll be left behind in the competition for a while. The 4 Chao from both teams are making their way towards the palm trees, and they're bringing down that coconut shaped fruit by shaking him like crazy. And it looks like Shane Cunningham is quarterbacks. And Ricky Nelson is dancing to the beat. That means it's Rusty Jackington versus Norman Finer up in the front. And Rusty is quarterbacks, which means Norman Finer will have command on the lead. As the first superstar against Beers to start on the second half is number 7. He is better to take the water along with Rusty Jackington. And guess who's getting left behind after taking it out? It's the 2017 Rising Stars champion Shane Cunningham. Now he's trying his best to make a miracle comeback. Now he's heading for the one, trying to stay alive in the game. And he's going to get Speedburst number 2 in this race. That will gain a little bit of ground that time. Right now it is Ricky Nelson up in the very front, who leads for the Go-Getters 2.0 squad, trying to go 3-0 this month for the month of April. As the next Speedburst will be made by number 7, who is going to rest and desperately needs to catch him every now and then. He's still way behind in the competition. And it looks like Norman Finer is going to rest, so he'll drop down a couple of places. Right now Shane Cunningham is trying his best to catch up to Rusty Jackington in the battle for 2nd place. They're making it way towards the sapphire portion of reports now, and Rusty Jackington takes the next command gears, now catching up to his partner, Ricky Nelson. Poor number 7, meanwhile, is still way behind in the competition on the way in the back. He's trying desperately to catch up with the youngster Chao in the back of the pack. I do believe he's going to need a couple of speedbursts to get back in this one, and this is one of them that makes his 2nd speedburst of the race, but he's still way behind in the competition. And back in front, Rusty Jackington and Ricky Nelson are making their way towards the top of the wall. And Ricky Nelson is grass, but his team will still have command on the lead with Rusty Jackington up in the front. Let's see how long they'll last in the early one. Next PS belongs to Norman Finer, trying to catch up to Shane Cunningham for 2nd place. Rusty Jackington coming out to the lead for the Go-Getters 2.0, heading into the home stretch. As Ricky Nelson won the next command PS, and it's going to be down to the wire for him and the 2017 Rising Stars champion Shane Cunningham. Shane Cunningham has made a pass for the lead after being left behind the competition. Now he's trying to hold on Ricky Nelson as they head for the finish line. As number 2 takes next viewers, Shane Cunningham holds on Ricky Nelson to beat the Go-Getters and with Norman Finer towards the victory. They now have 2 wins up on our sleeve, and they got the first win of the tag team season. That's right, one triumph in power. Coming up, we got more exciting action for you, featuring the Warriors spots. But first, have a look at this. Alright, Paul, now that we had our commercial break, let's simple it up. Race number 8. I have you all the way, boy. Race number 8 will feature the Warriors brothers, Eddie and his younger brother Owen, against Danny Frazier and Ryan Christian. Training is over for the week, so now let's see how they will fare for the race today. Everyone's on the clock, and let's rock this place! And Eddie Warriors is for us. That means Danny Frazier and Ryan Christian will have a 2-1 advantage over Owen Warriors to the comment. These 2 and Owen are going to make their way towards the palm trees to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. They're shaking in like crazy by the way it looks like. Yep. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And there goes Ryan Christian. He is going to have command of the lead. Owen Warriors not too far behind in second place. They are making their way towards the end of this portion. They're deciding to take the bridges, and Ryan Christian is deciding to take the water. As Eddie Warriors, who is dancing to the beat along with number 7, wins the only toss for this race, trying to get back in this one after taking a rest. Number 7 is the real deal, who is way behind the competition. And Eddie Warriors is going to be flying towards the water. As his partner, Owen Warriors, takes Speeders number 2, and Eddie Warriors has paid off his shortcut. Yep, we can see by way of this camera view, Eddie Warriors now gives the Warriors brothers command on the lead. As the next Speeders win made by number 7, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then, and Ryan Christian is scoreless. That means Owen Warriors will have to push about with Danny Frazier for second place in the middle of the pack. As we head back into number 7, as we pass the 1 minute mark. Right now, guess who's getting left behind in the competition all the way in back? It's number 1, trying to make his way towards the top of the hill. He might need a couple of speed bumps, or at least number 7 and 8 to get speed bumps as well. But that next speed bump was made by Ryan Christian, trying to make the pass from Owen Warriors for second place. He is the fastest, strongest player in the league. Right now, Eddie Warriors is the first to hit the wall, with Ryan Christian joining him momentarily, and there he goes, quickly grabbing his way towards the top of the wall. Next BS belongs to number 8. Now he really needs help. Now he's following number 7 for life. Right now, number 1 is still way behind in the competition. He really needs a speed bump before he hits the wall, but it looks like he is suspended to hit the wall first. So the next speed is going to be made at the top of the wall, and that next speed will be made by Danny Frazier, currently sitting in 4th place. And Eddie Warriors is making the pass from Ryan Christian. He is going to lead the Warriors Mons to another easy victory over the pack. As number 8 takes the next speed is leading over the 4th to Chao, you can tell me what up for the Warriors Mons. Eddie leads 0-2 victory after taking a rest at the start of the race. Good job by the Warriors Brothers. And right now, number 1 is West, as the last speed bumps of this race were made by number 2. So the Warriors Brothers paid off another easy gamble here. That's right, good chance they might make the playoffs in the end season. And we'll have lots more fun after this, so stay tuned for more Chao Racing fun. Alright, welcome back to Chao Racing 2019. Still to come, we got a dandy of a main event for all your fans out there. The defending champions Donald Reddings and Luke Green are going for the 3rd and final tag team on the map honors, and it should be a swell time. But right now, let's hear what Paul has to say about this race for race number 9. Take it away, Paul. I'm Martin Braddock. Next up for race number 9, we have the police jury. Rusty Williamson and Caleb Richardson, aka KC Richardson. He'll be taking on Buster Jamo and Thomas Linklater. The police jury did a very good job winning last month's March tag team race. Will they go 3-0 this week? We're about to find out right now. Good luck to these two teams on the quest for victory, and let's rock this place! Alright, the next 2 teams are off and running. Let's sing down the line. Police jury trying to keep up with that hot streak of the Cottonwood. They are now approaching the palm trees of the Cottonwood, and it looks like number 1 taunts Farmwood, and number 2 is Woodwest. Right now, the 4 are going to eat the fruit. And there goes Casey Richardson. He is going to have to come in out of the way with his partner Rusty Williamson right on his tail in 2nd place. And number 7 is Woodwest, yep. And Casey Richardson and Rusty Williamson are both heading for the water. As the first superstar to get speed best is number 2, who is trying to battle with number 1 for the lead over the 4-7 Chao Fangs and speed best. And right now, Buster Jamo is battling with Rusty Williamson over in the water. As speed best number 2 in this race will be made by number 7, who just went to rest, now trying to get back in on track in this one. And right now, numbers 1 and 8 are battling for dear life all the way back. Who will get the next command speed best? It's Thomas Linklater battling with number 7 for 4th place at the Cottonwood. So far in the lead, as we pass the 1 minute mark, it is Casey Richardson, Keith Caleb Richardson, that is his full name. He is making his way towards the Sapphire portion of course, leading for the police Joey at the current moment. As we head back into Thomas Leagueladder, now catching up to Rusty Royce in the battle for third place. Meanwhile, poor number 8 is getting left behind from the yellow silver Chao. Number 1 seems like he also really needs help, and I mean now. But back to Thomas Leagueladder again. That makes 3 in a row for Thomas Leagueladder for this current streak. And back with fun, Casey Richardson is the first to push the wall, with Buster Jumbo right on his tail, joining him momentarily. And Thomas Leagueladder, not too far behind, gets a 4th consecutive speed bus. 4 in a row for Thomas Leagueladder for this current streak. And right now, number 7 is battling with D-Line following number 1. I don't think they'll get a speed bus every now and then. They're going to be that much. Next speed bus belongs to Buster Jumbo, as he and Thomas Leagueladder are going to rest. Buster Jumbo now catching up to Casey Richardson on the police Joey. Casey better watch out. Buster Jumbo is catching up to him. As the crime buster policeman, Rusty Williamson, gets a speed bus now. I think his team is going to be happy with the result today. Yep, Casey Richardson has defended the lead over Buster Jumbo, and he is going to lift the police Joey to 3-0 this week. As number 7 fights for the 2nd speed bus, the police Joey, Casey Richardson, and Rusty Williamson prevail over Buster Jumbo and Thomas Leagueladder. That was a good teamwork by the police Joey, especially for Casey Richardson. He now jumps to 9-1 in his debut season. That's right, good season so far for the police Joey, and especially for Casey Richardson on his incredible hot streak. We'll soon know if it will continue next week. Back in a bit, do not go away! Alright, now for the big race number 10 of week number 10. You said it, it will feature the 2018 Tag Team Champions, Vince Mason and Glenn Murray, against Connor and John Holland and OJ Upton, or OJ Upton for Troy. Connor and OJ made it 2 wins in a row last month. Let's see if they can make it 3 wins in a row this month for the month of April. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race! Here we go! As the next 2 teams make their way towards the boundaries, busting for the rainbow path, and the fans are on their feet, cheering on, swinging, and with all their hearts for the Charleston, South Carolina area. It's spring fever here in the U.S., and things are actually in full bloom for our Chao Racing Tag Team Superstars. Right now, Connor John Owen has eaten food, and he's off and running. The other 3 Chao will join him momentarily. And where will Connor be heading? It looks like he's going to be flying towards the water. And who had to push to get the first speed bus on this race? It's going to be number 8, who just went to rest for a while. And I think number 1 pauses for a moment. Yep, number 2 is heading for the water. And number 1, who pausing for a moment, is getting left behind on the competition like always. Let's find out who will deserve speed bus number 2. And it's going to be made by Vince Mason, one half of the 2018 Tag Team Champions, after going to rest for a while. Right now it is Connor John Owen who has the commanding lead with his partner OJ Upton right on his tail in 2nd place. And who will get the next command speed bus? It is going to be number 8, Natsu. That makes the 2nd speed bus of the race, trying desperately to catch up after pausing for a moment. And right now number 1 is still way behind on the competition all the way back. I think he might need some speed bus and want to get back in this one for sure this time. But back to number 8. Now it's trying to catch up to get Glenn Murray for 5th place. Meanwhile, Connor John Owen continues to lead OJ Upton heading into the wall at the current moment. I do believe they're going to prove the 3-0 this week. They're showing the fans the thumbs up to spirit for today. Next speed belongs to Vince Mason, trying to catch up with the other team in a hurry. And poor number 1 is still fighting to get a speed bus. But I believe he is probably going to hit the wall first. Yep. So the next speed bus is probably going to be made by our leader, OJ Upton. OJ Upton for short. Now he leads for Connor John Hoy for his team. OJ and Connor are making their way towards the home stretch, which is the Libby portion of the course. And they are going to get an easy victory this week. As Glenn Murray find one last ever stay alive in the next command speed bus, but I think he's going to have to wind up for a 4th place. OJ Upton has his race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen, as number 8 fights the field DUI with a 4-speed bus. OJ Upton leads Connor Holland towards 3-0 this week. Good job by Connor and OJ once again. And right now, point number 1 has no hope for surviving whatsoever as he finally gets a speed bus to close on the race. Alright, that's 3-0 for Connor and OJ this month. That's why a good chance they'll make the playoffs in the season if they keep it up. And one more exciting action after this, so stay tuned for more. Alright, hope you're in good mood today because we got 2 more races to go for Week 10's action. That's right, first, we have the Luck of the Irish, consisting of Iron's Fabulous Warriors, Steve Man, and Ramon Chante. Today they'll be battling with Corey Sanchester and JJ Nehemiah. Let's find out who will prevail in this next phase. While we prepare for final preparations for this week's main event, let's see what happens in this race. Everyone's on the clock, and let's rock this place! And number 8 is Clarissa. He will be left behind in the crowd. The Luck of the Irish is battling their best against Corey Sanchester and JJ Nehemiah as these 2 teams make their way towards the palm trees. And now they're going to shake the coconut shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Ramon Chante is going to come in on the lead because Corey Sanchester is going to rest. As number 1, who can forget about going to rest, takes the only toss when his face. He currently has the lead over the 4-2 Chao with 2nd place. And right now, one of the other 2 Chao is going to rest. It's number 7 to be exact, as JJ Nehemiah, who is battling with Corey Sanchez over the water, takes BUS number 2 in this race. Number 7 and number 8 are battling for D-Life all the way in the back of the pack over the bridges. They're trying their best to stay alive in the game. And who will get the next command as BUS? It's number 8, that's who. So he will be pouring number 7 in the dust for a while. And right now, up in the front, Ramon Chante is in the lead, trying to defend over Corey Sanchester. And we are passing the 1-minute mark, and here comes Corey Sanchester with the next command BUS, trying to make the pass from Ramon Chante of the Luck of the Irish. Right now, point number 7 and point number 8 are still way behind on the competition. They might need some speedruns pretty soon, but right now it's number 1 who will get another turn. That makes his 2nd speedbus to the base. Still leading over the 4-2 Chao, yeah? Number 7 and number 8 really needs help. They're getting all alone in last place, battling for D-Life all the way back. Well, it should be tied at 1 of them should get the next command BUS. And it will be number 8 who will get that chance. So, he will be pulling number 7 in the dust. That makes his 2nd speedbus to the base. Meanwhile, Corey Sanchester is still battling with Ramon Chante as they make their way towards the top of the wall. And Ramon Chante is with us. That means Corey Sanchester will have full control of the lead for his team. And in fact, he is going to have the next command BUS. Now he's going to have a lot more room ahead of Ramon Chante up in the front. Now he's safely in a whole stretch ahead of Ramon Chante. He is going to lead JJ Nehemiah towards an easy victory over the pack. As number 1 continues to lead with his next command BUS, you can tell he went off for Corey Sanchester and JJ Nehemiah. They beat up Luck of the Irish. That was pure talent by Corey Sanchester with 2 speedbus to seal the victory. Well done. As number 8 will get another turn. That makes his 1st speedbus of the race. And he once again leads point number 7 in the dust. Point number 7 can't just forget about this race. He is going home empty-handed. As number 8 is ready to close this one out with back-to-back speedbus. That brings us over 4 speedbus for number 8. And Corey Sanchester and JJ Nehemiah will lead us to the main event. That's right. We'll find out if Dolphins Luke Green will go 3-0. Right now, let's find out what from this. And now, fans, it's time for our main event of Week 10. I hope everyone gets in full swing for this exciting race. So apologize all about the participants for this week's main event. Alright, this week's main event will feature our 2-time returning champions, Donald Reddings and Luke Green, taking on Trevor Hoffer and Owen Justin as the challengers this month. They made it 2 months in a row last time, and are going for 3 months in a row this week. And this one will feature the Golden Chao. Let's see if Donald and Luke can complete the trilogy honors as tag team of the month. Everyone is on the clock, so without further ado, let's have a challenge! And this week's main event is presented by Acme Markets. You're in for something fresh from each and every visit with Acme Markets, like visiting the deli and all your favorite savings on your local Acme Markets. Right now, the 4 Chao are going to eat the fruit, and Donald Reddings is going to have Camille on the lead, followed by Trevor Hoffer in second place, battling with a couple of Golden Chao, and it looks like Donald Reddings is going to be heading for the water. And so is Trevor, as the first to decide against Vivas. On Week 10's main event presented by Acme Markets, it's Owen Justin. He's also heading for the water, along with Luke Green and another Golden Chao. And right now, number 2 is visiting battling for dear life over at the bridges. As Vivas number 2 of Week 10's main event, we made by number 1. With Scott jumped to number 7 for 4th place. Right now, Donald Reddings doing his best to get a 3rd straight tag team of the month honors over Trevor Hoffer to come on, as Luke Green will have the next command PS, and number 7 was Glorious. So he will join number 2 for D-Life all the way in the back. Number 2 and number 7 are fighting for D-Life as we pass the 1 minute mark on this race. And number 2 is Glorious, so he'll be left behind in the competition. And who will get the next command PS? It's Owen Justin. That makes his 2nd speed buzz in the race. Meanwhile, Donald Reddings is doing his best to defend the lead over Trevor Hoffer as they make their way towards the wall. Will Donald Reddings get the job done? We'll find out soon enough. Next PS belongs to number 2, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. And right now, Luke Green is doing his best to cheer on his partner Donald Reddings, trying to get one step closer towards repeating as tag team champions for 2020. And it's Owen Justin who will get the next command because he can't forget about going to rest. Trevor Hoffer is going to rest, so he'll join Owen Justin for 2nd place. Right now, Donald Reddings is the first to approach the home stretch, trying to defend the lead over the other team. And Luke Green will get his 2nd speed buzz, and I do believe his team is going to come on top for this race. Donald is going to give Luke Green to a 3rd straight tag team of the month honors. They're going to move one step closer towards a road to repeat campaign. As number 2 takes his 2nd speed buzz, Donald Reddings and Luke Green on a tag team of the month for the 3rd and final time. That means we'll have 2 new teams in our next tag team main event. That's why they completed tag team of the month honors, and now they are 3-0. Back to close out the show after this. Alright, hope your spring is settled, because that's all the time we have for Week 10's action on Chao 2019. It's been a pleasure joining this dance with you, and we hope you enjoy all the exciting races and tag team action. So, thank you, Johnson, for being with us this afternoon. The action continues next week with more thrilling individual races we have in store. Until then, this is Brad Chan signing off. Keep on smiling and swinging, and so long, everybody! This is Paul Sycamore signing off. Join us again for more exciting action on Chao 2019. See you next week.